6 games left, and 1 win behind the division leader, which we're playing twice in the next 3 weeks. And so we know the task at hand, and we know how we have to attack it.
Have the lower body injuries been more difficult than the shoulder, or has it just? Have you had to adjust to dealing with these new kinds of injuries with mechanics?
Yeah, especially for me, kind of an unorthodox throwing motion when it comes to my lower body, just how violent it is. And your lower body is so important in your throwing motion regardless, so it's been definitely a different issue to overcome. The shoulder stuff's kind of the new normal. I'm not really worried about that anymore. Still try and protect it as much as I can, but like I told you guys, there's plays to be made with my feet, and that's where I've been kind of frustrated with that.
Baker, how impressive is what the Ravens been able to do this year, given all the key injuries they've had throughout the year and the close games that they figured out a way to win?
Yeah, I think if you look back at what their potential starting roster and depth chart compared to what it is now, they to be where they're at is extremely impressive. To be able to have a lot of guys step up, and a lot of their games so far this year they've come from behind. So they're a very resilient team, and that's just how they're led and coached, and we know that, and we expect that coming into it.
When you look at this Ravens pass defense, the rankings aren't good, but what stands out about it? Is their blitz package just different than everybody else's in the league?
Yeah, they do. They have consistently have always done a great job of mixing up looks and bringing different guys. You expect it one way, and they'll bring it from the opposite side. But their rankings when it comes down to that, some people might point that out, but they're the number 1 defense in the league when it comes down to third down percentage and red zone percentage. So that's what we're focused on, and they do obviously a really, really good job of that. Obviously when you play a team it's got a scheme that they've had for so long, you're able to prepare for them, and then 2 weeks later they can't completely change up their scheme. They've been doing it for so long consistently and doing it at a really high level. So it's going to give us that week off, but then come back and not have to completely learn new stuff. It's just kind of different wrinkles and things like that we want to trying to exploit, the good or the bad.
Would this be a turning point? Is it that big of a game?
It's obviously anytime you have a division game, it's a huge game for us. Turning point in the season, we have a winning record. Everybody else wants to throw us in the trash, but we know exactly what's in front of us, and that's how we're going to handle it.
Yeah, winning record.